The next caller is actually calling from Hyderabad as well. Shamok is dialing us. Shamok, good morning. What's your query?
Yeah, I want the entry point of the Zomato. So it's falling quite a bit. So when for technical issue and when we want it. Yeah.
So are you looking for a tech view or a short-term view on Zomato? Is that right?
Yeah, minimum holding of 5 years.
Okay,
so
5 years. Okay. Asta, let me come across to you for this one. Zomato, has seen some correction. Any kind of outlook that you have on Zomato and anything on Swiggy as well? Because that stock is also now trading below the IPO price. Anything on these two counters?
So we all know that like there's a strong food delivery market in India, and that's where the company has been able to post improved profitability in their numbers also. But here the whole concern is regarding the valuation first of all. So I think, but now going ahead also their expansion plans are quite strong. So in the longer term, it is a good candidate to bet upon. But here the viewer want that whether he can enter right now or not. So my idea here is wait for some more fall to come and then make entry into this counter. Maybe 200 to 190 are the good levels to make entry into this counter. This counter is good for longer term. Valuations are a little bit on the higher side. In fact, the market's mood are not in a good form right now. So that is why the valuations are becoming more concerned for this counter. So idea here is to make an entry into this counter, but at the lower level of around 190 to 200. Talking about Swiggy, Swiggy is again a long-term bet, although it has fallen below its IPO price. But idea here is to keep invested in that counter if anyone has, because after IPO, it has shown the jump of more than 100%. I suppose it was almost double. So I don't think whether someone has waited for such levels or not, because my idea is definitely profit booking will be was like the case for most of the IPO investors. But in the longer term, Swiggy can again go to the northward trajectory. But Zomato is looking better to us. And idea here is to make investment, but at the lower level of 190 to 200.
Got that view, Swati. So that's the levels to watch out for on Zomato. Swati, do you concur with this view of waiting for a bit in terms of charts? Because, Swiggy has fallen almost from 550, 600 levels. Does that suggest that, some more pressure there?
Yes, definitely. Both the counters for a longer term horizon is definitely positive, but at the current momentum is under the selling pressure and we are not finding out the exact supports level. Swiggy is currently, even though the selling pressure is likely to be continued, which might take a counter to 302 or say the 280 levels on the downside. So that levels will be a very attractive if we compare the risk reward ratio for the longer term horizon. And talking about the Zomato currently for a short term period, we can say that the momentum indicator RSI is showing a positive divergence from the oversold zone. So sort of a pullback rally can be witnessed into this particular counter, which might take a stocks to 240 and levels. So those who don't want to miss out any kind of a bounce back rally on the higher side, they can at least buy 20 to 30% at the current market price, because we never know from what level the particular market or the stocks will be show a spectacular rally on the higher side. So whenever the sentiments gets too negative at that point of time, only we hits the exact lows. So if you don't want to miss the opportunity, at least 20-30% can be accumulated in the Zomato at the current market price.
Got that view, Swati. And the next caller is actually coming in from Bangalore. If I'm pronouncing the name correct, Gowda is dialing us. Good evening, Gowda. I hope I'm getting your name right. What's your query?
Yeah, I bought Tech Wabag.
Okay.
Shares, 303 shares at the price of 1,658 rupees. So currently this stock is trailing. So can I hold it for long term? What is the view on this stock? Actually, I bought it for a 6 months period, short term.
Okay. Let me get in a view, because Asta, we have seen this counter react on order inflow basis actually. This water treatment player. Anything that you have on Tech Wabag and any kind of outlook on the same?
Yes, I think you're absolutely right, because the order pipeline is very strong, of around over 2,781 crores, I suppose. So, I mean, if I round off the figures, so more than 2,700 crore order book is there. But what we have seen in the result that they have I had expectation on the top line, that is revenue front, but on the EBITDA, operating profit as well as net profit, the results were below expectation. So it was a mixed set of bag of the results which came in, and that is why the counter is not able to hold its strength. But in the longer term, due to the strong order pipeline, I think this counter will poised to show some more upside from here. So idea here is to stay invested in the counter, although cost price is high of around 1600. It will take some time, but I'm quite optimistic that definitely this cost price will come in the time horizon of 6 months to 8 months. Remain invested in this counter.